coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, man. Hey, 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 bang, bang, bang. Woo, that boy getting right. Uh, yeah. Anyway, man, we out here, we pushing P 24/7, 365. Let's get it, let's go. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. We reach 105. We got 105 subs, man. If each one of y'all go out today and get one more, we have 210. Check out the big brain on Banky. You heard me? Let's do it. Let's go, man. That's my challenge to you, man. I got a couple of more days. I've been out here 5 years, man. I like to thank each and every one of y'all for rocking with me. Each and every one of y'all for tuning into this platform, man. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's keep it going. Salute. We out here. Oh, I got one for y'all today. Do I got one for y'all today, man? How the plot thickens. This is a classic example of how bad people don't want to be in the penitentiary. For all of y'all out here that's free and not really taking this freedom to heart, let me tell you how bad people don't want to be in the penitentiary. This here man is a dude who sacrificed his manhood to get out of prison, right? But big mistake. Even a bigger mistake is where he got the idea from. Let me tell y'all about this situation. All right, I'm up here on should I say this penitentiary? Because these penitentiaries been down on me, man. Well, let's just say I'm locked up, right? And during this time, man, it's fairly early. I'm in the first 10 years of my sentence, right? So during this time, back in these days too, they got them now, but they had more aggressive, bandits and predators. They had more aggressive. More or less, by the time I got out of the penitentiary, they finessing, they tricking, they, you know what I'm saying, they befriending these dudes and trick them and end up getting them in some peculiar situations. So back then, these dudes was more aggressive. They down on dudes, they walking up on them and grabbing their hand pots and telling them, all of that. They doing all of that crazy stuff. So if you don't come up off of the top, like you just take off and go to war, they gonna keep on hounding you until the inevitable happens. Okay, they had this white boy on there. He's scared to death. He ain't got nothing but like 4 or 5 years for whatever crime he did. He didn't have no whole lot of time. He had like 4 or 5 years, but he never been locked up before. He frail. He's scared to death. He don't know what to do. And you got some dudes that's down on him. They trying to flip him. They trying to do something strange to him. He's scared. He don't want to check in, but he don't know what to do because he ain't never been locked up before. So some type of way he is telling his moms that dudes is pressing him. He can't do this time, and he might off himself. He might because he terrified, right? Now his mother gets in his ear, and she don't know what to do. They done spend money on lawyers and this, that, and the third to try to get him out. It ain't work. You know what I'm saying? He got to do that time. He got less time than the average person would get for whatever he did, right? But in her mind, there's no other option. There's no other way out. He telling me scared, but she don't want him to take his life, which is understandable. So she tells him, then what you need to do is this. You need to go ahead and let one of them do what they want to do to you. You're going to have to do it. You let them do that, and then you go to the people and you tell them that he forced you, right? And they're going to do a kit and a test on you, and then we're going to put a lawsuit on them, and we're going to force them to let you go. And we'll drop the lawsuit. Now, do you see how diabolical that is? Do you understand how diabolical that is? And that's coming from his mother. But evidently she felt like that was the only way, right? Now, the only reason we know this, because we get this information after all of this happened. So let's rewind and go back. She done put this in his ear, so he's scared to do that because he's a dude. He ain't never done it. But she's saying that you talking about hurting yourself, you talking about killing yourself, we can get you home. You know, we put a lawsuit on them. They not gonna want that lawsuit. They not gonna want all of this, and he go for it. So he's scared, but he got one in particular dude to keep on pressing him. He got a couple, but I guess he picked one and he let him do what he do, right? I guess dude feeling like he done won, he done conquered, he done did this, he done did that. And the next morning at breakfast, he done, I guess, done punched himself all up in the face and, and ran over here to the administration and crying and told the administration that dude done took advantage of, right? They go ahead on and take him to medical, run over there, lock the pod down, run in and get dude, take dude all out, dude looking all discombobulated, like, what he do? What I do? What I do? You know what you did. You know what I'm saying? They take him over there. He getting ready to get a street charge. They give him a street charge. They gonna get predator jump. He getting ready to get the whole, twisted up like a pretzel. They telling him that you did this to the boy. He telling them, nah, he lying. I ain't do nothing to him. That's what was messing him up at first, because he kept saying he ain't do nothing, right? They run the little kid on the dude and do whatever they do over there to him in the hospital, and you know what I'm saying, come get blood from him, and they say DNA, you did something. So then he come clean. He tell him, yeah, I did it, but he let me do it. He let me do it. I'm telling you, he came to me with it. I promise you, I swear. They say, like, man, obviously they not gonna believe it. They ain't got no reason to believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because they got the DNA. But he's screaming bloody murder, bloody murder, bloody murder. So it's a sergeant that he cool with, because old boy had been locked up a long time. So it's a sergeant that he cool with. He keep telling the sergeant, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mess with them people every now and then, but man, I'm telling you, I promise you, man, the dude let me do it, man. He came to me, man. He came to me. He let me do that, man. I ain't take nothing from nobody, man. I'm telling you, he lying, man. He lying, man. He got to be, I'm telling you, somebody put him up to that, man, because he just came to me. So he pleading his case to him, right? So the sergeant had known him for years and years and years, was cool with him. The sergeant get to, looking into it, go over to the boy, try to press the boy. Look, is you sure this dude said he let you do this, do that? All the time too, I'm thinking it's because of the lawsuits that they know they getting ready to get. He might be cool with the convict for real, but at the same time, he work here and he know this type of stuff could potentially shut the prison down. You know what I'm saying? Or everybody, this administration getting switched out, traded. They swap all of that out if they get lawsuits, because you costing the state money. So he pressing the dude, so he get the idea or some type of inclination that the little white boy is holding back. He not telling the complete truth, right? So he go and open up investigation, put the investigators on the situation, and lo and behold, they go and pull his phone recordings, which is one of the most dumbest thing in the world, because people be getting on them penitentiary phones and be talking like it is not tapped, when it's a sign in front of every phone that says this call is monitored and recorded. When you make the call, it tells you this phone call is from such and such, it is monitored and recorded. People ignore that because they get so caught up in the using the phone so much that sometimes it gets to their mind that they just ignore it. So they start listening and listening and listening to his phone calls, and they heard his mama put that bug in his ear. They heard these conversations, right? So now it's a whole nother ball game. They turn around and come back, Sanjay come back to old boy and tell him, oh, you might be all right. Yeah, da 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 da. Give him a look, but don't say nothing. Just hold fast. Don't say nothing. But I'm letting them know we on it. We on it. They go back to the white boy and put the press on him and tell him about, you know what I'm saying? They done listen to his phone calls. Now, do you want to tell us something? Woo woo woo. He get to crying and he fold like a lawn chair. He tell him woo woo woo. They turn around and tell him he getting the case. You know. He can ready to get a case. They get ready to take him to court. Not only is you not getting out early, they get ready to give him some more time. They send the people to his mama house. The people go to his mama house, arrest his mama, you know what I'm saying, for conspiracy. You know, it's a whole big thing, man. This joke might have been in the newspaper. It was a whole big thing. You understand me? So it was crazy. Old timer, he ended up coming up out of the situation because, you know what I'm saying, he ain't get no forcibly taking the jump, but he did get a charge, you know what I'm saying, for you know what I'm saying, sexual activities. He got that charge, you know what I'm saying, which is a penitentiary charge, but he got that. He didn't get a street charge, you know what I'm saying. Still, he got a charge, you know what I'm saying, and it's still a sexual charge. Still had to go. They shipped him up off of there, but he beat getting more time. I don't know what his situation was or how much time he had, whether that would have affected him or not. I guess he was just more so pleading his case for his own integrity because he had already been locked up a long time. I don't know. He could have had a life sentence and it wouldn't affect him at all. But I guess his integrity, knowing that he did not forcibly do that, he didn't want that on his name. You know what I'm saying? Which I heard he had, I don't know, allegedly he had did it before, you know what I'm saying, under those conditions. But that's neither here nor there. He was emphatic that he did not do that. You know, excuse me, you know what I'm saying? And he stood on that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, still he had to take his lick. But that white boy, now, you know what I'm saying, he's stuck. He's stuck like Chuck. You know what I'm saying? His people on the street stuck because they try to run the flim flam to get out of penitentiary. And he sacrificed his own manhood to get out of penitentiary. Now, I guess they were because the only reason that she came up with because he was so depressed and so scared that he was saying that he was going to take his own life if he couldn't get out. And that's when it made his mama get in desperate mode and go into that situation where to tell him what to do. You going to tell your son to do something like that, first and foremost, that is crazy. To me, you know what I'm saying? And diabolical. You know what I'm saying? So that just shows the character of her. But people would assume now that, yeah, well, maybe he gonna, you know, he gonna get some more time or he might really take his own life. Nah, he ain't do that. Cause I ran into him like about 7, 8 years later, full out boy. You know what I'm saying? Straight up boy. Got a boy name, got a man, walking around like a girl, being subservient to his man and all of this. Yeah, and I remember them. And I don't know if it's a lot of dudes that was locked up with me was around at that time when he had that case and knew that, because even if they was, I guess even the dude that was his man, they wouldn't even be messing with him because they would know that he got some, you know what I'm saying, some flammery and some skullduggery with him. If you pull a move like that, so if he won't like that at first, whatever he let the dude do to him, I don't know if he liked it or either he came to the determination that that's the only way that he gonna survive in the penitentiary. And at the time, like I said, to my understanding, he only had like 4, 5 years. I ran into him like 8 years later. So he must have had went to court and got some more time for that flammery. I don't know what happened to his mom and all that. I ain't privy to that type of information because, you know, you get to moving around, you leave these people, you ain't around them no more, whatever. But I remember I was there when this whole, you know, shebang took off, you know. So I think that put the shake up on a lot of the dudes that was engaging in that type of activity too, because they see, man, this thing could get, you know what I'm saying, it could get out of hand. Because at any time, if one of them boys run over there and telling people that, they gonna believe that, you know what I'm saying. And then you had some of them that used to do that when they was with a man and the man was beating them up too bad and they just got tired of taking the whoopings, you know what I'm saying. They'll run over there and say it. The administration ain't got no choice but to act on it. Even if they know in their mind this people been in the cell for 2 years, they're a couple. It's the same on the street. I'm assuming if you married, if a wife goes to the police and say, Okay, yeah, I'm married. Okay, yeah, I have engaged in this, but this time he forced me to. They got to respond to that. It's the law. So some of them boys used to play them type of games when they try to get out of that situation. And every time that I knew of it, I don't know all situations, but all the ones that I knew of, when they did do that, the dude got crossed out. You know what I'm saying? He get the charge, he gone. You know what I'm saying? He gone. So I figure like, just with the normal risk alone for them messing around in that game, to know that some of these boys was playing them type of games would deter some of them. Man, shoot. It did not. You know what I'm saying? It certainly did not, because the game just kept on going on and on. But I can remember that situation because, like I said, it was early in my bit, within the first 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So he thought did him or his mom or their family, whatever, I guess in their mind they figured out they had a foolproof plan to get him out, probably using the race car too. That he white, a little white boy in penitentiary, getting taken advantage of, and they was gonna put a lawsuit on it and go to the newspapers and go to all these people and make all this noise, and the people was gonna say, shh, be quiet, we're gonna let him out, we're gonna get his time reduced, drop the lawsuit, woo woo woo. It ain't work out that way. It ain't work out that way. Now your son is in there, he's a full-fledged prison wife. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much extra time he got. I don't know the details to all that. I know he was still in the penitentiary 8 7 8 years later. I know that he was still in that penitentiary and he belonged to somebody, and he didn't look like he was unhappy. From my point of view, he did not look like that. So yeah, man, but just crazy, crazy scenarios and crazy things that be going on in the penitentiary, man. The life in there is unlike, any life that people on the street probably have ever seen or ever even considered even being possible. But the I say all of this to say that the moral of this story is the conditions, the lifestyle, the the environment of prison is so mundane and so depressing and so violent and unacceptable, man. The dudes will try anything to get up out of them situations, man. Anything from trying to climb over the fence, getting shot, to plotting to take over the penitentiary, to take hostages, to to cutting themselves, trying to get lawsuits, to giving up their manhood to try to get anything to try to get out of this penitentiary, man, to get out of this situation that we find ourselves in when we locked in this dungeon of doom, you know. And we like the Walking Dead in there, man, and people just can't see it. Y'all can't see it from the outside on the inside. It's just horrible, man. And I guess when dudes is not willing to fight back and not willing to die for what they believe in, it's even more horrible for them. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, but it's just, I done seen some crazy stuff, man. I done seen some crazy stuff. I done witnessed things that I never thought that I would ever even see. And it's just like that in there, man. So stay free, man. If you out here in this free world, man, I'm telling you, and I continue to tell you, and I will never stop telling you, you're winning, man. You winning, you're winning, you're winning, you're winning. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, because you out here, and you can make a change. You can make a difference. You can, what I'm saying? Tip the scales in your favor. It might take hard work. It might take a long time, but you still got opportunity and chances, man. And there, man, it's the same every day. Just might get worse the next day and worse the next day and worse the next day, but it's all bad. Ain't nothing good in there, man. And old boy found that out the hard way. You know what I'm saying? You can't plot your way up out of the situation, man. You just got to do that time, man. Hope for some laws to change, or your case to get turned over the right way, or it's a flaw in your case. Other than that, man, you gonna have to sit down and you gonna have to do that, and you gonna have to take whatever come with it, and it's a lot. It's a whole lot. So keep that in mind, man. Y'all talk to me in the comments. I talk back. Y'all be safe, be smart, man. Make good decisions, man. Stay out here, stay free, man. TBP Nation, man. Let's go, let's get it. Share these videos, comment, and likes helps the video. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Go check your status. If you feel that I'm worth the blessing, go hit that GoFundMe. We trying to get this thing in the movies. We trying to push this thing out here everywhere, all over the universe. It needs to be heard. It can help somebody. Might be somebody that you love. You never know. Salute. We gone. We out of here. Be safe. Be smart. Make good decisions, man. Man. Duck them hooks, man. Cold. Boy, when them start making them noises with them combinations, you know that smoke coming. Ah.
The Banky Special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky Man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.